Hi there, it's Mrs. Drake with the drums, the drum pad. We are looking at Breeze Easy Book 1, Lesson 8. Breeze Easy Book 1, Lesson 8. Okay, so some new things on this page. They're talking about how P means to play quietly and F underneath the music means to play loud. So as you scan through the page underneath the music, you see like the F or the P, loud. So on drums, and we've already talked about this before, but when you play loud, you want to do high rebounds. Notice my arms are still, it's all in the wrists. And for piano to play quietly, still very accurate. The sticks are going up the same height, but you just don't do, you don't lift them up as high. Okay, so song number 1. Let's really try to make a difference on song number 1. I should be able to hear the difference between forte and piano, and I also should be able to see the difference. And if you're watching the video, you should be able to see the difference of my sticks when I do forte from piano. Okay, so I'm going to count out loud with numbers. I'm going to do short count, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and. So I'm going to be doing that. You should, of course, be doing it in your head. Some people prefer the nicknames like ta, 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 ti, ti. But I'm going to be basically moving you guys into where we're doing the numbers, because in middle school, numbers is going to be how it is. If you like to do nicknames, it's totally okay with me to do it in your head. Some people don't really even have any numbers in their heads. They're looking at the page, they can play it very well, but they don't necessarily have any words going in their mind. Okay, so I'm going to be counting the numbers. Feel free to count out loud with me if you want. Song number 1, decide which hand you're going to start with. Pick that hand up high because it starts forte. Song number 1. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. I also change the loud and the quiet of my voice. I also do that. Okay, song number 2. Again, notice where they're F and P. Half of the song is supposed to be loud, half of the song is quiet. And I will do the repeats. Sometimes on the repeats I draw these extra lines that I call wings to brighten the repeat sign a little bit. Also always feel free to write in your music. I recommend using pencil in case you change your mind. But wings are those little extra lines that brighten up the repeat signs. Okay, on song number 2, there's that repeat of 1 measure. They do a lot of stuff in music to save ink. That means, I call it a Z repeat, that it means do whatever was in that previous measure again. So 1 and 2, and then with the rest, and then you do it again, 1 and 2, rest. So it's a saving ink thing. It means to do the measure that came before again. And you see it's used down here on song number 4 also. It's used very commonly, especially in band music. It's very commonly used in band music. Okay, so song number 2 will be 1 and 2 and. That's going to be the speed. Everybody get ready for song 2. Decide which hand you're going to start with. Raise that hand up high. Song number 2. 1 and 2 and ready, go. 1 and 2 and 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 1. Repeat. 1 and 2 and 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 1, 2. Yeah. Okay, song number 3. Song number 3 uses first endings and second endings. Okay, I think you might have already learned this, but I want to review it. See this arch over these measures? These 2 measures are called the first ending. These 2 measures are called the second ending, and it has to do with the repeat. So notice I put the wings on the repeat. So song number 3, you start at the beginning, you play the first line, you go down here, you play the music of the 1, you hit the repeat, you go all the way back to the beginning. You play it again, but this time when you get down here, you play the 2 instead. So you play the 1 the first time, you play the 2 the second time, and then the song is over. All right. It's called first ending and second ending. Okay, so song number 3 doesn't have a forte or a piano listed. So I generally do kind of quiet, generally speaking, when the song doesn't have a forte or a piano written there, I use it kind of medium quiet. So 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. That's going to be the speed of song number 3. Everybody, song number 3? 1 and 2 and ready, go. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. and 2 and 1 and 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Did you remember go to the second ending the second time? I hope so. Okay, song number 4. Song number 4. Notice there's some of those Z repeats. Look ahead, you see that there's a 2 measure rest, and we've talked about that in band. 2 measures rest means 2 measures without playing. And in this song, it's 3/4 times, so you count in groups of 3. So right here, you would count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 2 sets of 3. 2 sets of 3. Okay, all right, song number 4. Again, you're counting by 3, so it'd be 1 and 2, 3. And medium loud, since there's no dynamics written there, just do it medium loud. Song number 4. Ready, get set, go. 1 and 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. If you're having trouble following me, if I'm going too fast, remember you can just listen and not hit your drum and just try to think about maybe do air hits. Or you can click your sticks, which is a little bit easier than hitting your drums. 1 and 2, 3. Or you could clap your hands if you want to, that kind of thing. Or you could simply just try to say the rhythms. While I'm playing it on the video, you could just try to say it with your voice. 1 and 2, 3, that kind of thing. Okay, song number 5, they're calling it Our First March. This is written where the snare drum and the bass drum are playing together. Notice there's 2 parts. One part has the stems pointing up, the other part has the stems pointing down. It is for 2 people. It is for 2 people. One person plays the music of the stems pointing up, the partner plays the music of the stems pointing down at the same time. Also, if you have a drum set, you can play the bass drum with your foot while you're playing the snare drum with your hands at the same time. Challenging, but that is also written how drum set music is. Okay, so for us, typically on the pad, we're going to be playing stems up. The stems up music is usually a little more difficult than the stems down music. The tradition is snare drum plays stems up, the bass drum plays stems down. Okay, look ahead, there's some Z repeats. Do you see that there's a first ending and a second ending, and the repeat bounces you back to here. It doesn't bounce you back all the way to beginning. It bounces you back to there to measure 5. So it's a little more challenging. It has the forte and the piano markings. So overall, this one is more challenging. Definitely the most challenging one on the page. The first times through, you might want to just watch the video, listen to the video, I should say. Watch your music, and you can say the rhythms with me, or you can do stick clicks the first times, because this one's pretty challenging. Okay, song number 5, let's do it about 1, 2, and 1, 2, and it's forte, so start with high sticks, including all the repeats and all that. Song number 5. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, 2. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2. 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2. 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 1. Repeat. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 1, 2. Kind of challenging. If you got screwed up, remember, listen to the video and maybe just do stick clicks or clap your hands. Just follow it along the first times. It's challenging, especially with the repeats. Okay, that was lesson 8.